Okay, Dylan, you've gone through this before, but it's a different Cal team, a different BYU team. What do you expect out of this year's match?
I'm expecting a very long 80 minutes of rugby. It's going to be the hardest game, I think, of the season. It's going to be physical, and it's going to take a lot of heart and determination. And I think basically the team who leaves it all on the field and executes their plays the best, I think, will come out on top. But overall, I think it's going to be a very tough game again.
What about this team this year with BYU tells you that you guys have a good chance of winning this match?
We've struggled a little bit with some key players with their injuries, but I think the players that have come through, a lot of the freshman kids have shown, some guts, and I think basically we have a strong squad, and we all on the same page in wanting to win a national championship, and I think that's going to help us a lot.
At what point, following last year's national championship loss, did you start to think about beating Cal in the national title match this year?
It's always been a goal, ever since we've repeatedly been going to the title game. It's always been a goal of beating Cal. They're a great program, and they beat us because they were better than us on the day, and we beat them in 2009 because we were better than them. And basically, both teams want to win, and it's always an expectation to win the game.
What did you learn in 2009 that you hope to kind of tell the guys and transmit for success this year?
In 2009, I think the BYU rugby program learned that the mighty Cal is, defeatable. They're a great program, like I've said. They haven't won 25 national championships for nothing, and I think a lot of teams are beaten before they even play Cal. They're intimidated, and I think BYU's crossed that line where we know that we can give Cal a great game, and we've beaten them before, and I know we can do it again.
You've had a fun journey of coming from South Africa, having never heard of BYU, and then you get here, and your freshman year you play Cal, and they just beat up on BYU. Yeah. Then you beat them. Talk about kind of the transformation of the rivalry and what it means to you.
Yeah, 2009 we got an absolute hammering from Cal. I was a freshman, I was inexperienced, in the actual game against Cal, and I didn't expect such a great game and such a great program. And I think I matured really quickly after that, and in 2009, I think as a group of athletes who are competitive, and knowing the fact that we took a thrashing the year before, we wanted to come out and prove our point that we're still in the running for being one of the best programs in the country. And I think this team is extremely competitive, and we don't like to get beaten, and we will come back and do our best.
What does it mean to play at Rio Tinto?
That means a lot to us. Every year since I've been here and before, the playoffs and the national championship have been played in California, and to come home to Utah and play Rio Tinto is awesome for us. We don't have to travel that far, and we're going to have home support, and I think the program in terms of fans and supporters has grown immensely, and hopefully those guys get out to the game. Should be a fantastic night.